Welcome back to another episode of Brass and Beer. Today we're going to be doing a quick review on the Model 25 made by Sears. It's a 22 semi-automatic rifle. It shoots 22 short, long, and long rifle. So let's get into it. As far as specs go, the specs on it: 22 1/4 barrel length, 42 3/4 overall length. The total weight is just over 5.5 pounds. The finish on it is just like a matte blue, or just like a blue kind of look there. The stock is walnut. Whoever restained it did do like a little bit of a blonder stain on it. I would have chosen to do maybe something a little bit darker. I think walnut looks good with a darker stain on it, but it's still not bad. It is, you know, a good looking rifle. It looks fairly new to me. As far as sights go, you have a fixed post in the front. The rear can be adjusted by elevation. It does go in 25-yard increments. That would have been handy to know while I was out in the range. As far as magazine goes, it is tube fed, and the capacity in that is 15 rounds of long rifle, 17 long, and 21 short. And one thing to note too is on the side of the gun it is stamped, and on the manual itself they're only recommending high speed short. So they noted it in a couple different places, so that's one thing to think about, I guess. I've never tried to fire short or long out of it. I've only fired long rifle. So as far as my opinion goes on it, there's a couple things that I would change on it. The safety selector there, it's and this is my guess, is because it's a little bit older. It's not real springy, and you can kind of, like, you know, set it halfway in the center, and sometimes it gets moved when I'm not expecting it to get moved. So, you know, that could definitely be a hazard, so I'm a little bit more cautious with this. And then the other thing too is the bolt does not stay back when you are done firing or when you're empty, so you'll get that last one, and of course a dry fire. So, which I'm sure you guys saw that multiple times in the video. Other than that, it's a good solid little gun. Sometimes I've had issues with it feeding. It'll like double feed or failure to feed if I start to fire the trigger a little bit too fast. That's my guess, just it's a little bit older. In the video you can see the bolt does move pretty slow, so that's, you know, just something to think about. I was kind of disappointed when I was trying to show you guys, because I was trying to get it to malfunction, and of course I couldn't. It's just how it goes. And I think that's one of the big issues with that, is if it's actually clean or not. So this gun's pretty picky when it comes to that. You know how dirty 22 is as well. When I was trying to show you that, I had just fired a few rounds before that, you know, off camera, and there hadn't been too many, so it's still fairly clean, and I think that's why. But I'm sure if I had fired quite a few more through it, I may have gotten a malfunction out of it. Other than that, I mean, you know, I'm happy with it. I picked this one up for, I think, around 150 bucks, and it's not a bad price for this gun. I was looking online, and as far as values go, it looks like they're going anywhere from about $100 to $175. So if you run across something like this, the Model 25, in like a pawn shop or something like that, and you're looking for a little plinking 22 gun or something like that, I would definitely recommend it. You know, it's a good solid little 22, and it's cycles all three. One thing that I would definitely redo is if I was looking for my first gun and I hadn't come across the Henry yet, and maybe I was in a pawn shop and I spotted something like this, I probably would have most likely picked it up. One, because of the cheaper price point, that always helps, and it could fire all three. That was very important to me when I was looking for my first gun, because of the ammunition shortage. So it being able to fire the short, long, and long rifle, that is a huge plus for it. So it's a you know, 22 plinking gun. There's not much to say about it. It's an awesome little gun. I haven't spent much time with it. It's kind of one of those ones that I just thought was kind of cool. It's a Sears brand, which I hadn't had before, so I thought I'd pick it up, and I enjoy it. I've taken it out to the range a couple times, and it's a fun little gun to have with me. So other than that, I guess the last question is what I drink to it, and I would say, yeah, I would drink to it. And that's just because it's a decent little gun. So one thing that I do want to keep you guys posted on too, as far as this is considered the antique, the little playlist that we got going on. This is number one of many more to come, and it's now going to be labeled as the antique / vintage Antique would be around the 100-year mark. Vintage is going to be anything before that. And this gun was manufactured in mid 50s to mid 60s. So for about 10 years, and I mean it's well over. Well, I guess it's just over 50 years old now. So I would say it's definitely in the vintage era. So fun little gun though. And if you guys have any questions about it, leave it in the comment section below. Go ahead and give the thumbs up for the new series that we're starting now, because it's going to be awesome, guys. And last but not least, subscribe if you haven't already. 2017 is going to be a huge year for us, and I can't wait for it. I know I've said that a few other times in past couple videos, but it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for 2017, and I think everyone else will enjoy it with me too. So hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Thanks for watching.